This is a very big week for the future of Hamilton, with the fate of light rail transit up for a vote by council soon. It seems like we've been here before. Hamilton Mayor Fred Eisenberger joins us with more. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So what is the next step when it comes to LRT?
So the staff, Annette, were given direction to go and redo a memorandum of understanding, and you might recall this is why it feels like deja vu all over again. We had a previous memorandum of understanding with the province of Ontario and Metrolinx. So it's basically a redo, and all the commitments that the province had previously made, they've made again in terms of covering the life cycle costs and covering any overage costs and making their commitment to the funding. And then our responsibility is still the operating and maintenance, which we now know is likely going to be close to zero for the city of Hamilton. So $20 million gross cost, but by the time we make all the reductions and fare increases and fare box revenues comes into play, as well as some of the incentives that we're going to be dropping downtown, we're basically at a zero number for operating and maintenance. So we expect that this agreement will come to us sooner rather than later. I'm hoping by early July, but that may be too optimistic. So at least I believe it should be no later than August that it comes back, and hopefully get a full approval from this council.
Okay, and is that like the be-all and end-all in August then, that yes, shovels will be in the ground soon?
Well, that should be it, Annette. And, barring any, calamity, I know the federal government's committed to this. The provincial government's now fully committed to this. If council says we're a go, then it's a matter of getting it out to procurement, finishing that process. As you recall, we were in the middle of a procurement process when it was canceled. And so, that procurement process, I think it can get accelerated as well, largely because it was already in process the last time. And so I'm hoping that shovels will be in the ground by 2022.
Okay, because now how is it at council and when you're going into these meetings? Because is there LRT, I know there is LRT fatigue. I know there is within the city, but how do you kind of keep the momentum going here?
Look, you know what? It's a vision and a focus for the city of Hamilton. It's about our future city. I was happy to work with the provincial government and with the federal government to come together to find a funding formula that's going to work for both of them. And, the city of Hamilton is going to get great benefit out of this. So I've never lost focus on getting those partners together. I give full credit to the federal provincial government who, initially canceled the project, have come back around to understand why it's such a valuable investment for the city of Hamilton, in fact, for the province of Ontario as well. And the federal government always indicated that they were interested in partnering to make this project happen right now, timely, because of economic stimulus and all the climate change issues that we're dealing with. This just checks all the boxes. So it's a matter of continuing focus, and I'm sorry that some might be fatigued about this, but the reality is it's really an important future development growth issue for the city of Hamilton.
Right, and important for what's underneath the ground too, right? For what's underneath the LRT, it's all that maintenance of infrastructure that has to be done.
Yeah. There's about $200 million worth of benefit built into the project that would be the responsibility of the local taxpayer. So the underground sewer system will be oversized. It has to move as a result of the construction for the LRT. In the process of moving it, they will create a bigger pipe. We will pay the difference between the pipe that they would have put in and the larger size. And that larger size allows for the kinds of development that has been so central to the development of this LRT and the housing and new commercial all the way along the line. Secondarily, the new station, the maintenance yard will be on Longwood Road, and the bridge on Longwood Road needs to be replaced. It's currently on the city's dime to do. It will be part of the project cost to get it replaced so that it can bear up under the weight of a train. And so all of those are added benefits to the city of Hamilton that will be avoided costs for local taxpayers and still provide the opportunity to get all that growth and development happening in our inner city.
Okay, and just quickly, when is the next vote? When does it go before full council?
Well, I hope, earliest July, but probably we have one meeting in July, we have one council meeting in August. So I anticipate that at the outset it would be August, but if they can do it quicker, then July would be great.
Okay, I notice you're wearing your orange today. Is this for Netherlands in the Euro Cup?
No, but double duty today.
Oh,
The
it's
Dutch are playing,
National
although it's not an
Indigenous
important
Day.
game, but it's Indigenous Peoples Day, and
Yes.
the color for that is orange. And certainly, we are working hard on truth and reconciliation. We'll be doing a colonial audit as well in terms of some of the artifacts that we're going to have to think about in terms of what they represent and how we might adjust
Yep.
or change. And so that work is ongoing, but certainly want to recognize Indigenous Peoples Day.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mayor Fred Eisenberger from the City of Hamilton. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me on, Annette. Have a great day.